The exhibition is an exhibition about the totality, actually. What are the relationships that the artists have with the air we breathe, the environment we live in, the other life forms that they are confronted to, and this totality, cannot be more better expressed than with this name Anthropocene, which describes our new geological era. Most of the scientists actually thinking about the Anthropocene tend to think that it started at the end of World War II. That's this great acceleration of the industrialization process that we're actually living, which gets more and more faster and faster, let's say in the last 20 years even. So we see now the effects of human activities on the planet Earth. It's global warming, it's deforestation, soil pollution, and lots of modifications in the animal life, for example, that we can today witness. So in a way, Anthropocene is a key word to our totality, that's really the sphere we live in. And this sphere is not only other human beings now, it's also all the types of lives, all the objects, all the matter that we have to include in our way of thinking. So the exhibition is gathering artists who are actually recording or processing mutations. It can be a relationship, creating a new relationship with bacteria or glaciers or the forest or any other type of life or non-life that we are surrounded with. So it's quite a vast subject in a way, but that's what's really challenging in this exhibition. How can you do a show about totality? The exhibition is distributed in kind of sequences. At the very beginning of the exhibition, in the lobby of the museum, you have a kind of a tribute to idleness and laziness with the project that Opa Vivara, the Brazilian collective Opa Vivara, are producing for the biennial. It's about doing nothing. It's about connecting also to plants, actually, because you can mix different herbs to create new teas in a way. So it was interesting to have at the very beginning of the great acceleration a kind of total quietness, actually, and a place in a way of relaxation in some ways. So things are complex because we have different speeds in the same exhibition. And then right after that, if you follow the right path, you will very quickly find a very mineral landscape. You have Marley Mills puddles, and then Sterling rubies, quite a prehistorical, quite raw forms. Egwe Young's connection between technology and nature, and a very mineral landscape going on with Mateus Rocha-Pita, Wu Chuan-Lun, and then Nathaniel Mellors, who actually explores the Neanderthal world. So there's a hint to a world where human consciousness is not present also, and that's the beginning of the exhibition. At the second floor you have more politically engaged works. Also it's dominated by the vegetal in a way, so you have different sequences. And the third floor is more connected to the machines. It's about humans and machines, how they connect. So those are sequences in the exhibition, which are not the works respond one to another in most of the rooms. And what's interesting is how you can, as a visitor, create your own links between this work and this work, and create your own path in a way. There is no rule in the selection of artists for such an exhibition. You have to create a new rule for each artist in a way. For some of them, there was one work I wanted, especially, of course, the artists who are not alive anymore. And some other artists, I just knew that their work was really intensely connected to the subject matters developed in the exhibition. As a curator, I know the totality of the potential totality of the exhibition. So sometimes I have to orientate artists in such way, or putting for one particular aspect of their work. It's an exhibition about mutations, in a way. It's how artists take into account the mutations we are all surrounded with. It can be animal mutations, the way human beings also are actually engaged into processes of transformation in our everyday life. How we are connected to machines, to our cell phones, to computers, and also, of course, smaller forms of life, which are surrounding us all the time. Bacteria or animals that we actually can see in the streets, etc., etc. Oh, computer viruses. I would like every visitor to, of course, see and experience the works as such, but also to wonder what is their relationship, their own relationship to what's non-human, and how does it affect our relationship with other human beings. So it's a question that might be kept in mind by any visitor of the exhibition, and that's the way I would like people to discover it. Connected much more than we think, in our everyday lives, to things which are non-human. And one huge non-human sphere that we are surrounded with is economy, actually. Today, the world economy is dominated by machines, by high-speed trading, for example, which can execute, billions of operations in 1 second. Everything is dominated by machines. What is our relationship to it? How do we experience it, deeply in our way of envisioning the world? And that's what artists can tell us, in a way, because they have sometimes antennas, which make us understand our present much more, than any other, discipline, I think.